Hey, welcome, guys, and thank you for the comment, Black Sheep Model Works. Appreciate it. Yeah, if my typing comes out a little bit weird, I hooked up a second Logitech camera, and it does some weird things at this point. Hopefully, it will stop doing that sometime. Hey, Todd, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, just wanted to make sure because I had no response, and I'm like, am I on? So I see a mass of LED spaghetti.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was testing lighting the at the end of the last stream, I was testing custom lighting the kit dashboard. So
yeah, and actually that was coming out really, really good.
So that's the cleanup I have to do now.
Yeah. Well, and let me switch cameras real quick. Speaking of which, relabeling them was a little bit more difficult than I expected, but I was able to do it.
Oh, don't change the wrong thing.
No. Come on, focus. Come on. It doesn't want to focus. It's not playing nice. But let me switch back to the other one. Maybe it doesn't like being labeled the second or thought that was second one. Maybe it doesn't like being, I don't know, the first one. But work I've done on the Pearl in the last few days, these were not coming out very well at all. Go ahead and pick it up and rotate it.
These? When you say these, what do you mean?
The wall pieces, as I dump the rest of them that are sitting on top of the boat. The inner wall on the left-hand side of the hull took a lot of adjustment to get them to work. I had to do some sanding. Actually, removing these floor planks helped a lot. But you can see now that there's a slight offset on a couple of them, the cannon ports, but they're not bad. And you can see they fit.
With sanding work or what?
Sanding work, taking down taking the planks off, and then working with this piece here because it's not where it was before. I've actually pulled this piece off and put it back on. It's looking a lot better. And hang on. Cool. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Black Pearl today. And from Gordon, he said, Black Pearl today, Buck. Don't want to play today. Yeah, that camera doesn't want to play. And actually, having two of the exact cameras are really, really strange. First, my keyboard started acting up. It was slow to do anything. And now this one won't, the second one won't focus. But what I did, based on a little bit of research that Donnie and I did, and Todd, our resident computer expert, didn't say, don't do it. He did say he agreed with us that you don't play in the registry much. But what I did was I found where the label is, and it's kind of weird. It's two places. For the device manager, the names are in one place. For the label for what programs are going to use, it's in a different place, completely way down, buried deep in the registry. And just a suggestion, forewarning to anybody who ever decides to play with their registry, I'm smart enough to do this. Copy the location and the changes you make so that you can undo them when your computer stops working. Good afternoon, Two Talls. Welcome.
Yeah, always back up the registry is what I do.
Yeah, well, I don't know how to back it up. What I did was I have the notepad and I copied the location and made very minor changes and knew exactly what those changes were, so that I could undo it.
Yeah, when I changed mine, it was literally just the name. It wasn't the one with the percent signs and IDs and everything. It was just a field that said the name and.
That one in the enum location of the registry, that one has all that extra stuff. That's the label for the device manager.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with that one.
Well, I did. It didn't do anything, and I put it back.
Yeah.
But the other one is way, way down. It's actually, I forget what. Actually, I've got the note. Like I said, save the location. It's down in the local key system, blah, 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 global device parameters. Like I said, it is a
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Well, that's a technical term. I mean, current control set, control device classes, and a whole string of gobbledygook numbers down to hashtag global and that / device properties or parameters. That is the first time I've ever played in my registry, and not going to do it again anytime soon. So you're working on the Iron Man again today, Todd? Or are you working on the kit?
Neither. I don't have any more of them to build. So I think I'm either going to work on the dashboard some more, but I was going to print out. I was just cleaning up my desk here. I was going to print out a decal on some white vinyl instead of the white paper, and then work on the dashboard some more about lighting it. But I didn't get those decals printed unless I got to the print shop, which it'd only take like 10 minutes. But I was going to say, what I do is I have to run to the bathroom. So
what?
That first.
Old man's break already?
Yeah. Well, I woke up just in time, so.
Yeah, I know that.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yep. So yeah, let me see if I can get one of the other cameras to work so I can show you guys what I'm dealing with other than parts falling down. Yay, it focused. So let me put this on here. And here's what I'm dealing with. If you look, these walls in the inside, the inner wall here is too tall. Now, where these are pretty close to flush, this is too tall. I've got to sand that down. And then the cannon port is way up. I will say that down here on the bottom, I didn't realize that before I had everything. I was gluing everything in place. As lesson learned. I was actually carving these out from the outside. It was a royal pain in the behind. This time I'm going to do it the right way so that I don't have to fight with the model to get it to go together right. And yeah, I mentioned the keyboard issues. And Too Tall said, currently working on a 66 Fairlane GT. Very nice. Eric must be at church or something. Let's see, what is his status show on Discord? He's gone again on Discord. Hopefully he's going to pop in here. And we got Jay popped in. Hey, Jay, welcome. And Gordon said, hey to Eric. And you can see that Todd has headphones on his desk. Most of us are wearing headphones because for some reason, especially my speakers are Bluetooth. And so if I don't wear a headset, what happens is it interrupts it echoes. and it echoes really, really badly.
This might answer your question. The Bad World Tour had 123 shows.
Echo, shut up. Sorry about that, guys. My smart speaker is not that smart. She sometimes just starts talking. Wonder, are Todd's headphones actually hooked up? Let's find out. Computer, turn off the lab. Oh, bummer. I have actually done that before when he had the speakers on. And Gordon said, holy smoke, Eric vanished. He does that. Eric is very good at doing that. A dumb smart speaker. Absolutely. They are completely. And like I said, it is fun if you know that somebody has one and they've got, you know, you're doing a live video like this. And pardon. He's back? Is Eric back? I don't see him on Discord. Oh, he is back. But no, it's fun if you know somebody has on a live stream has a smart speaker to give it commands. Like I said, I have turned off Todd's shop in the middle of the stream. Turned off the lights. By the way, if you're going to do wooden models, I highly recommend you get a good set of files. Your regular hobby files are not going to cut it a lot of times. This is close. As a matter of fact, let me just clamp this right here. Actually, I'll clamp it over here. That way I know when it's good. Oh, so close. And that's the thing, is this is going to be the top railing. I am not positive yet how the top railing is going to be done. I've looked further in the instructions and nothing has jumped out at me. And they're not instructions per se. Like, Oakry sends out a book of instructions with their kits along with the pictures. This kit, and I'm not knocking this kit at all. It is a great kit. But ZHL sends you, let me zoom in on that. Eric's not on Discord, but he is on, he must be on the Hobby Time Modelers YouTube. But let me zoom in on this. So these instructions, there is some writing in there, but not very much, and a lot of Chinese is in there because it's a Chinese company. Still, it is a really good kit. I think the Oakry, what is it, Flying Dutchman is going to be just as good, if not better. And since I have this one, obviously I had to get the Oakry Flying Dutchman as well. Unfortunately, it will not be shipping for another 10 days, 10, 12 days. So Eric, if you have time, why don't you join in on the stream? I want to go a little lower than that. And I am doing the thing I have a tendency to do. Sorry, did not mean to hit the camera. Mount. Put that straight on the table. I have a tendency of ending up doing things off screen. Oh, that's right. And it's the one thing about the 922s that I'm using now that I like a older camera that I have. I have a Logitech 615. It's about 8 years old, and it has more adjustments on just the simple camera than any other camera I've seen. Okay, that is really, really close. I think I need to do a little bit just on the back end. And actually put the piece in next to it that's going to... I hate it when I do a bunch of sanding and it just feels like I haven't done anything. And when I look at it, it actually looks that way too. Because the two pieces are barely any taller than, or this one's barely any shorter than the other one next to it. Hey, Todd.
So much better.
By the way, Todd, I tried and I found out for sure that you don't have speakers on.
That I don't have speakers on. No, I'm wearing a headset. Yeah. You guys can't mess with my Alexa.
I already did. I tried.
Is that what you were trying to? Did you try to turn my lights off while I was gone?
I did.
You're so naughty, Buck.
I am. I am, absolutely. So, since you're back, you can entertain the crowd now because I'm going to go on mute and use a battery-operated Dremel to make this piece shorter a little bit.
Okay. So he's going to go on mute. What am I going to do? Alexa, turn off the patio. Damn. Trying to get him back. All right. All right, what was I going to do? Oh. And then take a couple pictures. This is the one of the Iron Man free gifts. Power bank. Pretty basic. $2,600 milliamps. Oof. At least it's a 2 amp output, so it's a fast charge. Anyway, take pictures of that for the site. Who we got? Eric vanished.
So just for you, Todd?
Yeah.
I turned on the patio lights because they were not on.
Oh.
Those 3 LEDs lights that I bought?
Yeah.
That's what I was using. I mean, here. And by the way, you got the wrong name. On the patio, it's Echo. So, Echo, turn off patio. See the difference? Hardly at all.
Yeah.
What helps, too, is that I have daylight outside. And actually, I'm happy because this camera just got its brain together finally. Because it was strobing earlier when I had the patio lights on. And oh, by the way, I did. You weren't. We weren't streaming to your channel originally, Todd, but I did add you.
But I added me before we started.
Nope, I did. Or maybe we added you at the same time.
Maybe. No, there was like 30 seconds left, and I'm like, oh, I added my channel.
Yep.
While the demo was running, or the intro was running, I turned it on.
Hey, I recognize that battery box. Or that battery pack.
Question is, do you use it?
No, I have about... Well, here's what's funny, is I have like 5 or 6 different USB battery packs. So what they're all plugged into each other, charging each other. I've got one plugged into a USB plug that's plugged into the wall, and the rest of them are plugged into each other to charge each other. That way I'm saving on outlets. And I have to say, I had the two that I have that are the best ones are, one is a I forget what the name of it is. It's a company that does a lot of stuff. They just put their name on a lot of stuff. They sell all kinds of crap. And then another one came with jumper cables, a jumper cable attachment to it. Truly, what it's supposed to do is sit in your car, and when you have or your battery is dead, you hook it up to the car, to the battery, and jump it off of a USB battery box.
I have one of those, and I've used it, and it works.
Yeah.
I've
used it too.
A Halo is what it's called. The Halo system. It also has a compressor built in and all sorts of other stuff. It's been great.
Yeah. Yours has a compressor built in?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Big Charlie. Mine just has the power and the light. Although I have to say, I did buy a compressor to fill the tires in the car. Andrea was like, is that worth it? I'm like, uh-huh.
No, see, this is my Halo.
Very cool. Gilly! Welcome!
It's got a big port here that you plug the jumper cable attachment into and jump your car. It's got charging ports for a phone or a tablet, and then hiding back here is the hose.
Very nice.
Plug it right into your tire. And I've absolutely used it, filled the tire, and it used about 10%.
For one tire?
To see that display, I keep it charged. Yeah, it used about 10%. Fill the tire. That was flat.
Oh, that's right. Gilly's working this weekend. So anybody who's interested.
It's called a Halo Air Bolt. I think they make a Halo Bolt that doesn't have the air, but for cheaper. But this is like $100.
Yeah.
But totally worth it. I've jumped cars with it. I've filled tires with it. I've used it all.
Well, the one that I've got, the compressor that I bought, all four of the tires were low, and I got 2 of them up to 35, and then the compressor was tired. The other 2 only got to 33, so I got to go out and finish filling the other 2. Wait, I'm waiting to hear it. There's going to be a camera noise.
There is. How did you know?
I can tell by the way you position those. Gilly hears it too. He's like, click, click, click.
Yep.
We love that sound, Gilly. You know that.
All right. Right back in the box. It'll never get used.
Can't say that. Don't say that. I mean, if you decide to watch a movie with R2, that's a really cool thing to have.
Oh, you know what? I take that back. I am going to use this to test my lookalike.
See?
I'm going to charge it right now.
I do have to say that is the worst one that I have. When I have something else plugged into it, like I was saying, daisy chaining them to where I can charge them all at the same time. Yeah, that one doesn't charge anything. Speaking of R2, I will be back in a minute. Alexa, lights off.
Okay.
See, you guys got me. Click, click, click. And Canon, very sad. So I use, for my pictures, I use a Canon EOS 90D for my pictures. And Canon is not going to make mirror DSLRs anymore. Canon has decided they are going to go full mirrorless. Which I'm not, I don't know if I'm excited about that. I like being able to look to the viewfinder and see what the lens sees. When you go mirrorless, you have to use an electronic viewfinder, which I sort of sees what the camera sees, I guess, because it sees from the sensor. But
well, the problem with a electronic is when you use the mirror, you're getting better focus because you're actually focusing the lenses, not I forget what it is, the sensor.
yeah, I don't.
So there he is, Todd.
What is that? What are you showing me? Oh, yes, let's see it. Did you get the charging cable?
Didn't have a charging cable, but it's not like I don't have a ton of charging cables.
Yeah. Well, I noticed the little hoses on his feet are silver. So I wondered if the charging cable would have been silver. Because the charging cable for mine, is brown. It looks exactly like the cables on his feet. So I didn't know if that one would have came with a silver one that looked like it. But silver's a lot easier to find than some kind of bronze one.
Yeah, well, I honestly did not get any of the, none of them came with the original cables. But now I have a full set.
Well, I'm jealous, I gotta say.
Well, and it was funny that when I saw it on on eBay, the lady said the little light lights up on the back when you plug in the charger, but she doesn't know if it works because she doesn't have the app, and the app's not available anymore. And she's like, I'm 64, I just want to sell it. So I literally was the first person to see it because it was on there for $30, and I put a bid in, and then I contacted her and said, what do you actually want for this? Because I want to buy it right now. And she said she wanted $50 plus shipping. And I'm like, sold?
Yeah, sold.
So there's proof that he works.
But the question is, does he die?
No, he does not.
So does it have different animations or what? Just different buttons? Oh God, he sounds terrible. Like he sounds good, but the sounds are wicked.
Yeah. He does dance a little bit better. I'm just, okay, not that one because he's going to take off running. Yeah, I don't have enough room for him to run. That one's a long one. Actually, I think that one, he's actually looking for other droids.
No, he does die.
I don't think he was supposed to.
I think that's his dying animation. He switches back and forth. Do it again.
Well, his feet were, his tracks were still going.
I know.
Hang on. He keeps looking at me. He does die.
I think the trash is how it makes it so he switches around. Oh, that's fantastic.
He's not.
That might be
not amused.
That might be even better. That death animation with the switches back and forth. That might be better than mine. Oh, see, now I gotta get one. Oh, you're killing me.
Well, the bad part is, yeah. He talks a lot more than R2 does too. The bad part is how much you find them for.
Yeah, but you got lucky.
So. Oh, I got extremely lucky, and it was funny because I was like, I should just look on eBay just because I haven't looked in a couple of days, and I was like, holy crap, must have.
No, that's fantastic. And I have to get one. Have you got them interacting with each other yet?
Not yet.
I want to see how that works. I'm curious.
Well, I have an Amazon box that's big enough to actually give them some room to move around. That will eventually be where they, where I'm going to put them together to see how they interact. Like I said, he is noisy.
So fantastic.
Well, you know the fun. Fun part of this. You can control more than one with the same app at the same time. So having R2, triggering him and R2 as close together as possible, that's going to be hilarious.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine if they shoot each other? Like they do something and kill each other? Oh, can't wait.
Yeah. And see,
I need an input. We got 6 people watching. I need a poll. Do I work on the lighting for the dashboard? Which is going to involve me sitting here soldering small little pieces of this stuff. Or do I work on the Titanic? Because I have pack 3 of the Titanic. Steve should join us. Hi, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
So if I work on the Titanic, I got painting to do, but I do have 6 stages of the Titanic.
Steve says Titanic, so do I.
Yeah? Oh, everybody says Titanic.
Eric says Titanic.
Okay, good.
Gilly says Titanic.
I really didn't feel like soldering today. Now, for the Titanic, let me get these off of here real quick. I got a new mat. A new background mat. So this is the first time seeing it. I'm going to switch back to my overhead here real quick. I got a new mat. Brand new.
Black Sheep says Titanic. Steve says he's setting up for a Halloween build video. So, Steve, you just popped in, so I got to show you my new toy. You know, you've seen Todd's R2, which a bunch of us have bought him. Here's the R2Q5's version of dying. God, I love that.
So this is my new mat. It is a very, very deep blue, like navy blue. So this is what I'm going to start doing my Titanic on because it looks like the ocean. I like it.
Very cool.
That way I can, I think the Titanic I was doing on the dark gray background. I'm going to start doing the mirror on that so the stuff doesn't look so blown out. So I'm going to do the gray for the mirror. I'll change that. And save the white for the Eleanor. So since I was already doing the Eleanor in the white.
By the way, Todd, this guy is very noisy.
Yeah. Yeah, I got this from. I have a bunch of these. This is Olfa. This Matt OLFA. OLFA. Okay, he's loud. Put him someplace else. Yeah, this is just a rotary mat. It's off Amazon. I have 2 or 3 of these Olfa mats. So, in the backside, I'll show you here. The backside is not marked. So a lot of times what I'll do is when I paint, is just put these mats over and paint on the backside. But I like taking pictures with the grid because it gives scale to how big parts are.
Yep.
Because all these blocks are 1 inch apart, 1 inch apart. So this is a 24 by 37, 24 by 36, 2 by 3 mat, please.
And if you're talking about the R2, he's 7 inches tall. I wasn't sure which one he was talking about.
Yeah, the tough part.
Yeah.
I know Steve has the gray one that has the black, like a dark gray square in the center. It has like 2 concentric squares. The tough part about that, and I'm going to go back to the overhead here. The tough part about that is I know that when you get those light gray where the contrast isn't super, the cameras don't like to focus. So this one is I'll bring my camera down. This one's just a really deep blue, like a royal blue, kind of like the mat in the background, I suppose, in the stream background. So, and I don't know if you noticed, I put my camera now. My upper camera's on an arm, so I can slide it around. I can drop it in, bring it back out, which I love. And then my close-up camera is just on a baby tripod, so I can drag this one around.
Was it on a swing arm or is it on a cable arm?
No, swing arm. So sit up here on a swing arm.
I like the cable arms because, you know, you can really you can get them a lot more positions than with the swing arms.
Yeah, the trick with that though is that this hard mounts to my desk. If I go to the overhead, if I wiggle the desk, the camera moves with it, and the swing arms have a tendency to keep wobbling. They wobble a lot more. So,
you mean cables?
The FlexNet, because I have one of those, right? So this is what I used to use. By the way, this is what I used to use, like a gooseneck, right? Flexible gooseneck. This is what I had before, and I had it mounted to the top of one of my lights and trying to hold the camera, but you know, basically I couldn't adjust it. I couldn't move it in. I couldn't change it in any way because it basically sat and it just barely fit long. It was barely long enough to sit on top of my light and work. So I'm trying this swing arm because this is a heavy duty one. It's actually made to hold up DSLR, so it's, you know, ready to carry a few pounds, and hopefully that will be strong enough to not give me hell. Oh, hey, my phone's ringing.
Okay, this camera is playing stupid again today. Come on, focus. Here, Todd, this is what you need if you're still here. I have shelves above that everything's mounted to. Just like some of the lights are mounted up there. And I have way too many cameras. Yeah, I love the Q5. And I'm not sure if you've seen the, Steve, if you've seen the R2-D2. He does the same thing, but his dying thing is basically when he electrocuted himself and then fell over in one of the movies.
And I'm back.
Like the mount attached to your desk painting. It is, especially my tabletops are 2.5-inch thick butcher block that's 6 foot by, I think it's 24. So it's a royal pain to have to move cameras if they're attached down on the desk. Plus, if I remember right, the frame for the tabletop is, I want to say, an inch in from the very back of the table. So I'm ready to glue. Shu, what up? What up, Shu?
Okay. Do I have to get that key every time I log into this?
Say what?
So every time I come into this, I have to do an email and get a login key.
Really?
Yeah.
You shouldn't just use the link. Doesn't the link just let you in the stream?
Whenever I do it, it starts it up and says, here's your camera, here's your deal, enter the studio. I say, yes, enter the studio. Then it says, oh, well, give us your email because we have to send you a key.
That's the first I heard of that.
Are you coming straight to StreamYards, or are you going to the link that we post?
I'm going straight through StreamYard.
Yeah, you got to use the link. The link has the key. That's why.
Okay, so when you guys do the link, I jump on, I click on that. Well, yeah, but
the link is the key. Basically.
Yeah, but I think the link I get, let me look, is always the YouTube page.
Oh no, the link in the stream. If you go up in the chat, the link that he posts, or the one he puts in Discord, that's the link to get in.
Okay.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to do that. You should be able to go to since you're one of the people on the one of the admins. You should be able to just log straight in.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because the first time I did that it didn't ask me for anything other than who I am. But like I said, every time now it's like it wants that key. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I just don't get it.
Let me just make sure. Your email is first.lastname1 at Gmail, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Well, if it keeps doing that, let me know. What I'll do is I'll drop you out of the team and re-add you.
Okay.
And then when you get re-added, what I would suggest is that you bookmark that page.
Right. Okay.
Hey, Mark, welcome. 4 cameras, is that too many? It's up to you, Mark. I don't know. I have 4 set up, and now I have one that's going to end up somewhere across the room.
I only have 1 camera here.
Yeah. By the way, Stu,
Yeah.
much to Todd's chagrin, because you weren't here, or were you watching the video earlier?
No, I had to get some things done so I could jump on.
Okay. Well, this is the humorous portion of our show. You see what's sitting there on my table?
Oh yeah, you're working on the pearl. Oh, R2. Or no, that's the bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I kind of played with him. Hadn't done much with him yet, and I went through everything except for the ones that make him run across the room. And we found something that's really, really cool. You know how R2 dies?
Yeah.
R2's dying is okay.
It's good. No, it's good.
It's good, but compared to him, it's okay. Because R2 just dies and gives up.
Right. Just does that little squeal and falls over.
Yeah. Well, Q5, when he connects.
This is great.
Q5 will fall over and then get pissed about it.
That is so cool.
He has a death twitch. I love it.
I like RoboCop there.
Well, the other thing is too that we noticed is that he stays a lot more active than R2 does. I had to turn him off because Todd's like, he's noisy. Man, he's too noisy. Turn him back. Make him shut up.
It is noisy.
Hey Todd, I see you're working on the Titanic there.
Yeah, by popular demand.
Are you gonna do any? Because the one thing that bugs me about this, it's not bad, but it's like that the stanchions and the bulwarks and the bullnoses, they're not right. They're not the right color.
Oh, that's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm collecting all of the, these are all of the Fairlead rollers, and they're about to be painted. That's my popular demand. I did a poll, and everybody said work on the Titanic, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm collecting the parts.
Thinking, I'm like, well, I just want to build a Titanic as it is, no changes, nothing fancy, no extra stuff. But then I kind of like, okay, serving all this time on ships, I know those are not the right color. I don't care even for the Titanic, and I just want to go, oh, I need to paint those things. But then part of me goes, I don't want to. Okay.
So right now I'm just pulling the sets apart to get what I need out of here.
Yeah, because I haven't really gotten that far where it won't, I can pull them off and not have a big issue.
Well, and this is one of those things. I haven't, you can choose not to do that. Like if you don't want to paint the parts, don't paint the parts.
Right. Yeah.
Again, this is one of those things where 90% of the people that see it will go, "Oh, the Titanic," and that's it.
They won't know.
That they won't sit there and go, "Oh, how dare you?"
Yes.
Bulwarks are white. Whatever.
Yes, they're white. They should be dark. They should be, different colors. And like I said, that's just me kind of going, yeah, I would know, but do I care enough? I don't know yet.
Yeah, and you know what? I like airbrushing, so I don't mind painting these.
Yeah, it's like painting. Painting's the thing I liked it. So like I said, it wouldn't kill me. But then I'm kind of like, well, after the, dealing with the Enterprise and then the, and the DeLorean, I'm kind of like, I don't know.
I'm gonna save this paper.
Hey, I bet you Buck recognizes this guy.
Diffusion paper. I'm gonna save this tissue paper.
Recognize
This little bottle here. I think
I think I linked that to you for Amazon.
Yep. It's gonna be perfect. I'm working on this Hellboy thing, this 3D print. And sometimes 3D prints are great and they're really nice and they mesh up well. But for some reason, these two parts of the jacket didn't. So there's these huge gaps. So basically what I'm going to do to fill them is I'm going to use resin. So I have the resin I used to print it with. I'm just going to fill the gaps, cure it, and then it should clean those up pretty well. That's the plan anyway. Put you there.
All right. If I'm going to
set fire to a cat.
Okay then.
Hey, did that ghost take it again? Oh, I hope not. I found my anchor. The ghost took the anchor from the Titanic, and I found it, and I don't know where it is. I hope I put it in the bag.
You think it's Captain Smith?
I'm going to have to pre-assemble this before I paint it. And that's okay. But we'll pull it out. We're going to paint that. Funnels are getting a new color. You really have 4 cameras, Mark?
Yeah.
I mean, not you. Mark does.
Oh,
You came
Mark
up.
Mott. Okay.
Yeah, that Mark makes 4 marks now that we have, so
We need
have
more.
So many marks. Oh, see.
We need more.
Can you never have enough?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Shit.
I need
You know-
combing on those.
What we need is for Mark's mods to come on here too. That way, when Todd says Mark, everybody's like, yes.
Right? Yeah, join it. Come on, Mark. Mods. Click the link. Come on in.
I'll even click or repost the link and make it easy on you. It's just right there.
Remember how I said that's the only time we should be using that comment in StreamYards?
Yep. I did. I think I messed up and posted one comment there. But that was before we started, so I'm okay.
Oh, God. Look at all these things that need to be painted. Oh. Is something playing Frozen?
No.
Yeah, it's got to be Buck.
Yeah, Buck. What do you got going on over there?
My wife collects cuckoo clocks.
Oh.
So I have not all of them have batteries in them.
It is playing Frozen then, isn't it?
It might be.
Uh-huh.
Actually, that one that's playing right now is Winnie the Pooh.
I love cuckoo clocks. I think they're so cool.
Oh, it all started. Sam's Club sells every Christmas a Seiko clock that plays music. And we came across one. We were like, hey, that's cool. That's not bad. We'll buy one for $90. Now we have somewhere around 30 cuckoo clocks. And not all of them are the Seiko. A lot of them are the Bradford Exchange.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Bradford Exchange has cost me a lot of money.
Actually, like the old-fashioned one. There's a town in Washington. You probably know it, maybe Buck, where it's an old German town.
What is it?
And, it's kind of in central Washington. Lewis, I think it's Louisville, Lewistown, Lewis something or other. And it's all an old German. You know, they had the big Oktoberfest. It's an old German town. They've got two shops that are neat. They got one that they just sells nutcrackers, and the other one is cuckoo clocks.
Huh. Not sure. Probably don't know anything. Actually, I don't know anything about Washington.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was Eric. Eric was the one that was out here. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Eric
when I was born in Oregon.
Right.
So, the Portland area I know pretty well about, know pretty well from being a kid there. Matter of fact, I think it was you that went on a trip and you said that Harvey is still there.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
By the way, Todd?
Yes, sir.
Steve wants to know, how do you know what Frozen sounds like? Are you harboring children?
Who doesn't?
No.
Frozen was good. Frozen was a good movie. I liked it.
It was.
Because it played on the radio like 100,000 times. You eventually, I couldn't tell you one of the characters from it, but I know the song.
Sure you could. Elsa.
Okay. Oh no, I'll take that back. Because every once in a while I'll do crosswords, and I know Olaf. Sorry, Olga. Olaf and Elsa. I do know those two. Because they're in crosswords all the time. I have no idea who the rest of them are.
I was trying to remember the snowman's name. Thank you.
How could you forget the snowman? How could you forget that?
I don't know. Because my kids are old enough that they aren't in the house anymore.
I don't have kids, and I know that.
Well, there you go. Okay, guys, I'm going to step out for a couple of minutes. I'm going to leave my camera running, but need to go set up breakfast for Andrea.
Okay.
Oh, that's a deal. How about setting it up for me?
Okay. I'll email it to you.
Oh, that's good for me. That works. Transporter not working?
Mm-mm. Working on the Black Pearl. Transporters don't exist yet.
Damn it.
Well, while glue is drying, I will probably start working on the Enterprise. You have heard about this one, right? Right, Mark?
No,
This is my cancer awareness build for October.
Oh, okay.
Pick a prize.
It's going to be pink.
Oh, yeah, I've seen a few people do that.
Yeah.
Do pink, purple. I've seen them do purple.
Yeah.
I've seen them do quite a few different colors. But yeah, pink, I've seen them do pink.
I got the idea from Dirk Pitt's Pink Enterprise.
Yeah, I think maybe that's where I saw it was Dirk's did a pink
Yeah.
one.
I think you should do it better. You should do purple with pink, like pink with purple Aztecing, some pearlescent.
By the way, there's the color of the paint that I'm going to use. It looks pink, but it's a shifting paint.
Oh yeah, I've got those.
Yeah. So I'll be back, guys.
All right.
Okay.
Oh man, that is way off. That's gonna take years to sand that down. Never gonna get this finished by Halloween. Then again, it is the back, so.
This is me pulling up my own site so I can remember what paints to use. All right. So that is going to be our bollard color. So I paint all the bollards and everything that's supposed to be black in my dark gray blue.
Yeah,
Vallejo?
that's one of my favorite paints in the Vallejo colors. It's good for a lot of different things.
Yeah, it looks very anthracite, kind of like a worn black. Here, I'll grab my I'll grab my focal here, and it just has this warm, not necessarily just black sucking the life out, the light out of everything.
Right.
It just looks like a worn sea black. you know.
Yep.
That's the same color. So there's like a worn, so that's the color I'm using. Oh, let's see. Steve says, "All right, guys, have fun. Got to get the video recorded. Halloween's right around the corner." That's true. Yep. Only a month away.
Yeah.
Take care, Steve.
Hey, Steve. Have a good one.
All right. The Coleman's have to get this color.
That just was a stupid mistake on my part.
Get everything out that needs to be the same color. Now the fair leads, the vertical fair leads that sit between the cargo hatches, these guys right here. I don't know if
Right.
that's a good shot. But these little guys, the little T-shaped, that thing right there. I'm not sure what color those are, so I'm going to go to my reference. Oh, see, this. They came with the new colors. They fixed this, right? So they were white in the originally, and then they
Right.
came back, replaced them with silver parts, you know, to fix them correctly. But
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna see what color.
So I haven't really looked at the parts. Again, I just kind of get them. I'm just setting them off to the side while I get this Halloween. Once the Halloween build's done, I'll probably jump on more of the Titanic.
So this is what I use for reference. Is Vasily, see his name? Vasily Ristovic.
Right.
Who does amazing, phenomenally accurate 3D renderings. You know, like this is how, we'll share that one. They're phenomenally good renderings that I use. You know, you can choose how you're going to do it, but you can, I guess you can build your Titanic any way you want. But I know this guy spends a ton of time working on all the different historians groups.
Right.
And he's making slight little tiny changes to his model to get it as accurate as possible. Like, so this is what I'm using as my prime, my prototypes. That's why all my capstans are green and so on. So that's, and I've talked to him. Our Facebook group actually uses one of his photos. I've talked to him a few times and asked him for permission to use them, and he gave it to us. So
one of these days I got to see if I can get my Facebook to work again.
I know he's got some renderings of the forward wall deck. So, like, here we go. So there's this rendering of the wall deck.
Oh, nice.
Yep, and everything is that color. Yes. Now his fair leads, if we zoom in on this picture, this is that fair lead between the cargo hatches. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Than what they got here. These weird T-shaped looking things.
Oh.
Well, they're weird T-shaped looking things. I'm not going to argue over what the shapes are, but I do want to make sure the color's right. So okay, that's what I want.
Oh, crap. That's going to be a problem.
What else is in there? The vent I'll paint later. A couple of those are black. Those are steps. I'll put those in there. All right, so I think that's everything that needs to be this color. Do my blue tack trick. roll it up in a little ball, break the end off of a toothpick so it's not the sharp end, just break it off. Make a little ball on the end of it. Take it apart, stick it in the blue tack. Paint stick. Repeat as necessary.
Why are you not hardening up?
Then I can paint all the way around it. So what is everybody up to? Are you looking forward to next weekend, Mark?
Yeah, it should be a real good weekend.
I'm excited. So if everybody doesn't know, I am going up to Seattle next weekend just to visit. And I love it up there. I try to go up there at least twice a year. And one of the ferry rides, one of the ferries is the Seattle to Bremerton ferry. I like that one because I love riding ferries so much. That is the longest ferry ride.
Yes, it is.
It's an hour long, roughly. And turns out, so I knew I was going to ride the Bremerton ferry anyway, since while I was up there. It turns out that's where SCHUHMAN lives. So I'm going to go go meet up with SCHUHMAN. Have some lunch.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah. That game that you went to, the Mariners game that you went to, was that the game that locked up the playoffs?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, actually, we went, because I got tickets for all the last games because I never knew they were going to do it. So, yeah, so they locked it up on Friday. And then yesterday was season ticket holder appreciation day, so we went to that game, but we're not going today. And then Friday starts wild card, so we got to kind of wait and see what the deal is on that, whether they're going to end up playing here or somewhere else. So I got the tickets bought some tickets for those. But if they're not here, we don't see them because it's all in one place.
Gotcha.
But we used to, we had season tickets for the whole year when we lived over in Seattle. And then when I moved over here, we kind of dropped them to weekends, and that was getting crazy. So we kind of just bumped it up to just the new system is kind of nice because you can just buy tickets. You just get like credits for the tickets, and you can buy as many as you want at one time or as few, or how that goes.
Did I hear that correctly or read that correctly? That it's been 21 years since they've been in the playoffs?
2001 was the last time they were in the playoffs.
It's crazy. I was telling you the last time and the only time I saw a Mariners game, I think, is my dad used to live in Port Angeles. And so when I was a kid, I would go up and visit him all the time. And one time when I was probably 8, 9, 10 years old, somewhere in there, he took me to a Mariners game. It's the one and only time I've ever been to a Mariners game. And I vaguely remember the game, but I remember the ferry ride. And I always thought, it was amazing. I had let's bring me back. I remember I had a pilot's cap, with the brim on the front,
right?
Like a pilot's hat that I think he got me when I was a kid. And I made the mistake of looking over the side of the ferry with that hat on.
Thump, there it went.
And off it went, right into the water. The wind blew it off, and it went right in the water. And I watched it float away. And me as a kid, I'm like, well, I'll just jump over and get it.
Yeah.
My dad had to stop me from doing that. That was it. And then we never did see the end of the game because we had to get to the last ferry home.
Yeah, we always, because like I said, there's the nice thing about being in Seattle compared to some other places is if we don't catch the last Bremerton ferry, we can always catch the Bainbridge Island.
Yeah.
And then, it's about an hour drive from there, from Bainbridge. So, but, so we always stay for the games because I'm going to a game, I'm staying for the whole thing.
Does that Bainbridge, does it run later?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Because right now, with the ferries all being screwed up, Bremerton, there's only one ferry. So it's about a 2-hour wait in between ferries.
I noticed that because I'm coming over at like noon and the one back is until like 4. So
Yeah, so they're about 2 hours for that one, but the Bainbridge still runs at 30 minutes pretty much each way.
gotcha.
So like the last ferry you can catch on let's say like a Friday night or most evenings is like a 10:30, 10:45. They're always late, so you get like another 10 minutes built in. But then on the Bainbridge Island, there's usually about 2 ferries after that.
Looking forward to it. This is about that time of year the leaves start changing colors, and that's why I like going up in October for fall.
Yeah, it's a nice little ride. Now I'll probably have to see who's playing next week, because if the Seahawks are in town on a Sunday, yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Because everybody from over here takes the ferry over, so it can get pretty busy, and I'll be interested. Oh, that tape fell off. Well, that was just dumb. Okay.
Are you resining? That's
Yep.
what you're doing over there?
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you making? Let's see.
It's a Hellboy.
Oh, this is the Hellboy. Are you working?
Yeah, and the 3D on the print, this part didn't mesh really well. So,
oh my God, it's huge.
So basically I'm just using resin to fill in the seam.
It's hard to tell the scale in the pictures you post. I didn't realize it was so big.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one, because this is the base. Whoa, there goes that.
Gotcha. Oh, that looks good.
But yeah,
like a
so I
gold
need
paint?
to
I like that.
get this thing. Of course, I screwed this side up, so it's never really going to match up right, but I'm okay with it. I don't get too hung up on everything being perfect.
No, I gave up on that. I learned that early on when I started doing part works, is that it's never going to be perfect. And most of the time I spend an hour, 2 hours. When I start spending so much time on something that only I'm going to see, that's when I know it's me and
Yeah.
not the model.
Yeah, if I was going to throw this in a competition or something, I'd probably reprint this part of it. But I don't plan on doing that, so even if I do, I don't care if somebody says, that's not even. It's like, who cares? Did you like it?
No, and nobody's going to say that to you anyway.
Okay, so probably. And I can't really tell until I take it out in the garage and sand it, because you can't sand resin without face stuff on. So
there we go. So all the bollards and fair leads and everything are all on sticks.
that's cool.
So that's ready to go. So we can prep the compressor, check my air.
Okay, so let's.
Give me that double mixing cup. It's a little bit thinner. Where's Eric? What's he doing today? He probably has his feet up on something, because that's Eric.
Unless he's at church.
That could be. He was talking earlier.
Oh.
What's a better shot? Should I keep it on the close-up, or should I go back to the overhead? What's better here?
Yeah, close-up's better. I think so you can see what you're doing.
I'm going to start a little thinner. Drop to that.
Okay, I think that's going to have to go on the curing station later to finish up. So you go here. Don't fall off. Yeah, this is the hammer, his fist.
Gotcha. Okay.
I need to finish that up. I need to weather that up a bit. But first, let's see, where's
And I literally go for the consistency of milk. And it always seems to work. Let's take this, put this right in the cup.
okay.
There you go. So then I had a little airbrushing video, but what I do to test this is I'll start the air and then try to draw very fine little lines, just pulling back a little bit and see if I can draw little tiny lines. And if it's splattering, if it's going anywhere, I'll turn the air down.
Yeah, I need to start doing that because I had some splatter issues the other day, driving me nuts.
And that way, if I pull back more paint, I can get more coverage. Not getting splattering, and it's getting wet. Good. Okay. So I ended up at about shooting. Honestly, I'm at about 12 pounds. So.
I've got that same airbrush. I like.
I love
it.
my Grex. Yep.
Yeah.
I love my Grex. First thing I'm going to do is just do a nice, real quick coat to these.
So, Todd, does that act as a single or double action?
It is double. So the first, you can feel an indent. So that's just air. There's an indent right there. Then I pull back even farther and I get paint. So.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm back.
Yeah, we figured that out all by ourselves.
Amazing. Okay, well.
Yeah, I said that in case Eric was listening, because he wouldn't have been able to figure that out.
Okie dokie. So let's see here. Airbrush.
They already look better.
Yeah, they do. Oh man, where's my towels?
So obviously, SCHUH's not ready for the programs to show up and blow up the planet.
What's that?
You're not ready for the programs to show up and blow up the planet.
No, not at all.
You don't know where your towel is.
My roll of paper towels, I don't know where they got off to.
You know what I'm referencing, right?
I can't say I do off the top of my head.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, okay.
As long as you know where your towel is, nobody will notice that you don't have other basic things like, and they'll let you borrow them, like a toothbrush, money, whatever.
Okay. that looks good. That's a good fit. Okay. There. Okie dokie. Okay, I'm gonna jump off here for a second while I go get rid of this resin. Otherwise, it's gonna end up on the floor.
Space everything out a little more so I can get to the getting the cracks, the nooks and crannies.
I don't remember what cereal it was, but there was a cereal that was talking about nooks and crannies. It had more flavor because than most breakfast cereals because of the nooks and crannies that were packed with flavor.
That does not ring a bell for me.
You should know by now, Todd. Nothing. My brain is like an iron trap. Nothing useful gets in or out.
Suhal's here in chat. Just wave. Perfect, just wave. Let's see who's here.
Okay. That piece is now in the curing station. So we're gonna get to work on the base. Dun, 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 dun. Put you back here.
Well, at least Mark's watching. That's good.
Not only am I watching, I'm listening.
I'm talking.
Hmm?
A man of many talents.
Man of many talents. A couple of them might even be useful.
Break out my handy dandy paint shaker.
You know, I get rude comments anytime I do that.
Do what?
Bust out your shaker.
Break out your shaker.
Yeah, this.
Oh. Oh.
Yours apparently makes more noise than mine, and it sounds totally different.
Well, it's because mine is right on top of the mic almost. It's amazing how this kit almost fits together.
What, the Enterprise?
Yeah. Somehow I think the 3-piece engineering hull was not a bright idea.
Now that's like the 1,000 scale, right?
No, it's 650. But all of them, even as the 350, they did the 3-piece engineering hull. Oh, and you weren't here yesterday or Friday, SCHUH.
No.
Steve, last couple of weeks, Steve did the 1/1000 Enterprise.
Uh-huh.
And he mentioned many times that he didn't have the instruction sheet. Well, there's the 650 instruction sheet. All 2 sides of it. You don't need a instruction sheet for this thing if you've ever seen the show. Oh, gotta pick that up. I just knocked over the super glue.
Hopefully not the Tamiya extra thin.
No. I've done that before, though.
Yeah, that's how I ruined my X-Wing. Don't do that.
But I've done that, and I've also dropped this one. It was kind of funny because it bounced all over the place, just shooting glue everywhere, landed on the floor, right side up.
But it was empty.
No. Not quite empty. It's still got some in it. Oh, and I don't remember where it was I saw it, whose channel it was that I saw it on or in the chat. But I'm going to give it a shot. This stuff is supposed to be like 1% different than Tamiya extra thin.
That's what I've heard. I've heard the same thing.
Yep. Who was I watching do it? And sure as shit, it worked.
Well, this is getting close. Mark's Mods? Might have been.
Was it him that I saw doing it? Or one of the guys, like Jordy Dave, or one of them. Somebody was doing it.
Well, if it works, I'm going to stop spending. Well, I'm going to stop spending $8 for a bottle like this, and spend $12 for a bottle like this.
Yeah.
All right. So quick clean. Ready for the next color. What is the next color?
Pink.
I think green for the winches.
Wenches? You have wenches?
For the winches, yeah.
By the way, Todd,
Yes, sir.
Andrea was in the shop, and SCHUH. Not
Yeah.
used to you being his shoe.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, when I put up the cameras and everything and got the lights set up, I had to move a model from on top of the shelf. And Andrea says that for a change of pace, I need to do this one soon.
Wooden?
Stagecoach.
Yep.
Nice.
Wooden.
That'd be kind of cool.
You know, I think I built a wooden stagecoach like that when I was a kid. I seem to recall doing that for it was like a school project or something.
Yeah, I think actually I may have that kit too. Because I can't remember the brand, but I have another wooden stagecoach. This one, I don't, according to the box, the molds, or not the molds, the laser images, or however you want to call it, it was 2010. It's one of the Model Expo kits.
Oh,
One of many that are in my stash.
they were just having a big sale.
Yep. They are having a sale right now because we're moving into winter, which is traditionally when people start modeling. But if you watch their sales, a lot of their sales are the price is not that or not at all different from the normal.
Yeah.
It was funny. Andrea was on Amazon the other day, and we had looked at something, and she's, it went quote unquote on sale, and it was actually more expensive than what we had looked at it for before.
Dude.
And it's unfortunate. Wooden kits have gone up a lot in the last few years.
Yeah. Well, I've got a few I should start one of these days.
It's
Nice
like
winter kits.
Yeah. Well, my first Oakley tram that I ever got was $45. And now they're on one of their brand new ones, you're looking at 130. And being a member of their site no longer gets you much anything. It still costs the same through Oakley or Model Expo. They revamped their site a few months back, and that's when the really good deals you would get by being a quote-unquote member of their site.
Yeah, I think I signed up for that, and I started looking at other places going, the prices are pretty much the same.
Yeah, they didn't used to be that way. They used to be the membership, which is free, used to be fantastic deals.
You get like 20% off and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I think I was going to buy, they had the Shackleton Endurance.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to buy it from their site, but it's like, well, then Model Expo had it for like $20 cheaper.
Joshua, welcome.
What's going on, Josh?
Hey, Josh.
By the way, I have to say thank you very much for all the good things you said yesterday about Hobby Time models. Really, really appreciate it. Somebody had to quote unquote work, so he skipped out on the stream.
Yeah, that bummed me out, man. And it wasn't even something I could fix. It was one of our vendors broke something.
Well, the question is, Todd, did you get overtime?
No.
Oh.
No. I am sorry.
Well, it's just like
exempt.
It's kind of like being a GS employee these days. Because of the law, if I work overtime, I get paid $1.47 extra an hour.
Wow.
Woo! That's it. You're buying all our models now.
Uh-huh. Well, see, that's why when it comes to when the opportunity for overtime comes up, I'm like, no, I'll take comp time.
That's all we get is comp time for anything we work over.
Yeah. Well,
we're not eligible for anything else other than comp time.
Yeah, but if your overtime works out to $1.47 an hour, why would you get paid cash?
Yeah.
Howard? Who's Howard?
The duck?
I don't think so.
Maybe Eric's sneaking in using a different name.
Right?
Howard.
Was that a question? Is that what he's doing? Is Howard still on here? Is that question mark?
I think it's supposed to be. So we had Mark, we had Steve, Gilly, Black Sheep. I don't know if Black Sheep's real name.
Is that Howard?
I don't know.
We know the names of almost everybody else.
Gordon, Jay, Too Tall. I don't know for sure Too Tall's actual name.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. Black Sheep's Howard.
Ah. Now we know. Don't know if he still is or not. I only see 4 total viewers, so I'm sure it's good. 5. Somebody came back. I think if he was, he would have answered. By the way, guys, I'm going to tell you a secret. Something I
You
just
Black R2 the most.
Huh?
You love the Black R2 the most.
I do that. Yes, there is that. No, actually, I just realized, I hadn't thought about it until just now. This is my first Enterprise I'm actually going to finish ever.
Oh yeah.
Are you not going crazy? You're just going to put it together and paint it pink?
I'm going to put it together. I'm not going to put the pink lights in it like I was talking about. No, I'm going to put it together, basically out of box, paint it pink, and then I am going to do copper on the radar or the deflector, gray or silver back here. You are absolutely right, Joshua. Too Tall is an awesome car builder. He builds a lot of cars. And Todd, this is going to be almost a Be a Kid Again type build, except for then it's going to be pink.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to it. Are you going to Aztec it? Give it some other colors?
Wait, are you going to share whatever it is you're smoking? Are you going to share?
You at least have to put the
also.
you at least have to put the cancer ribbon as a sticker on it, right?
Actually, I will.
Yeah. Put that on the saucer at least.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to paint it. I'm going to print it. It's not going to be a decal. It's going to be a vinyl sticker because my wife says I never use the Cricut. And she's right.
No, it's perfect. That's perfect. You have vinyl cutter.
Well, and that's the thing is I've played around with it a little bit. Made a cup that sometimes you can see in the background. And so I'm going to start instead of doing decals, I'm going to start seeing what I can do with the Cricut.
You got to give it a name like USS Fuck Cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or something, or like maybe find a cure.
Yeah, find a cure. Cancer sucks. You know.
I can attest to that.
Yep.
Me too.
I had a scare. My sister had cancer. My mom had cancer. I understood.
Well, I had a scare, and my parents got a little bit upset with me because I didn't come running to see my sister in the middle of me having that scare, and she passed away from it.
Oh, no.
But to me, it's one of these things of if I'm dealing with my own issues right now, I'm going to deal with my issues.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't know, the way my mom told me was kind of not the right way. Don't post on Facebook.
Okie dokie. Take these damn things off for a bit. Okie dokie. So now I'm calling that base done.
Yeah. Just pop up full screen. Buck,
What?
can you make him full screen?
Working on it. For some reason, my mouse is really slow today.
That's
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
still would like maybe light. Maybe I think I should lighten up these rocks a bit, but I don't know.
Just dry brush him. Give him a little color.
Yeah. Might do
With
that.
like a silver or something, you know, so it's like broken.
Well, no wonder it won't sit flat. Well, that's not Winnie the Pooh.
No.
Give it time. Tale as old as time. Hey, Shu, what's that base for?
Hellboy.
Yeah, show him the arm. Yeah. It's going to be huge. Love it.
Yep. Let's see.
It is a 3D print, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's his head. Gotta finish that up.
Now, did you buy it printed, or did you print it yourself?
No, I printed it myself.
Nice.
That's better. I just went into my system settings for my mouse.
Did your computer need to relearn everything that was plugged into USB?
Yeah, pretty much. My computer has gone tarded.
Okay.
Sorry, that wasn't very PC, but neither am I.
What was the movie that said "Never Go Full Retard"? I don't remember what was that.
Tropic Thunder.
Was it Tropic Thunder?
No.
I was going to say.
Well, yeah, that's about the less PC movie you could ever have.
Absolutely.
I was saying, there's movies like that they probably couldn't make today. It's just.
I bet they could even show them today. I'm surprised every once in a while I see Blazing Saddles on TV. I'm like, little
Yeah,
shop.
Blazing Saddles. Yep. I was going to bring that up, but I'll let you do it.
And of course, because it's very not politically correct. Look, Josh said the same thing.
Tropic Thunder.
But because it's very not PC, I love it that you see the. Usually, when you see it, it's never go full potato.
Oh yeah.
Is that the PC way of saying it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I've only seen it one time, and it wasn't the PC version. So.
Well, what I think is funny is that when they show or when you see that meme, it's usually still Robert Downey Jr. in blackface.
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. That's why I'm surprised. You couldn't even show it today.
Yeah. It's like, and I'm sure you've run into this too, Shu, when you deal with people that, they whine about having to get up way early in the morning, and you're like, the enemy is going to wait for you to sleep in till noon.
Yes, that's what they're going to do. He said, "Well, we'll wait. Don't worry, we'll wait."
Why didn't you guys remind me that I needed to paint the combings on my hatches?
By the way, Todd, don't forget. Todd, don't forget to paint the combings on your hatches.
Unbelievable, you people.
Oh, you people now.
You people.
I don't know. I didn't have the paint the combing hatches watch today.
Wait a minute. I think that was Eric's job. Where is Eric?
Must have been.
I think we stream way more on his channel than he does.
Actually, we're not streaming to his channel.
No. And I mean, HTM was his thing, right? So.
Oh, yeah. No, well, HTM is all of our channels.
So how do you post what we're doing here to your Facebook or your YouTube channel?
You'll have to when you sign in, and when you're not in a stream.
Uh-huh.
Hang on, let me look at it real quick. I know there's a spot where you do it.
You just go to destinations when you're outside of the studio, and you can add a destination. And since you're an admin, you can add your YouTube channel.
Okay.
Right.
It'll just have you log into your channel via StreamYard to give it access.
Oh, okay.
I was going to do that for Steve because Steve said he would stream to his channel when he's on, but he's going to have to log in like through a screen share or something. I'll do it with him.
Yeah.
He can log in.
Well, there is that other option. Of course, Gilly's been busy here lately, so haven't had a chance to ask him. Oh, see?
I forgot to write down what paint I used for this guy. Oh, man.
It's that one over there.
Actually, it's in the garage in my paint booth, but usually I write down what paints I use. I forgot, and I got to paint up these fingers some more. Well, I'm sure I'll find something.
So Eric said, it's my fault. Joshua said, whatever, it's Eric's fault. And Donnie apparently knows how to add your channel during the stream.
You can if it's already set as a destination, but you have to add it as a destination first.
I believe you are correct.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Donnie is correct because when you click the when you click edit up on the top,
Does it say
There-
plus? Does it let you add it?
there is a plus there to add a destination.
Oh,
All right, Stu. Now you know how to do it. You can do it right now.
yep. Well, I'm about done here, so I'll do it next weekend, or not weekend after next.
More baseball?
No, Todd's in town.
Next
What?
weekend, I'm in. Yeah.
So Todd's not going to show up either?
Not next weekend.
Man, I will be here all alone.
I will. I might join it. I mean, like, join it. Oh, I could do that. Should I join the Friday night stream? Show you like Seattle, find someplace pretty.
Yeah. I was going to say the Emerald City, but that's the wrong one. That's Portland.
No, Emerald
No.
City is Seattle.
Seattle. Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
But how are you going to find something pretty in Seattle these days? Good luck.
I know places.
I mean, it's still a nice view. I mean, you know, if you're far enough away.
Oh, I won't get that close.
Everything looks good from 30,000 feet.
Yeah, I mean, even Seattle looks good from Queen Anne Hill. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Yeah. I mean, you know, you get the picturesque spots. It's great. Okay, so mahogany. I better have some mahogany here.
If you don't have any, I've got some.
I have like
I'll email it to you.
I have like tons of them tons of it in the garage.
It's a good place for it.
Well, that's where I paint.
You know, Eric said, yeah, Todd, and I just thought of something. I would be willing to bet that even from 30,000 feet, Bismarck doesn't look that good.
There's only one tall building in Bismarck, so from that high you could see it. That's it. Everything's flat. It's just that one tall the Capitol building.
I do have to say, having grown up in Alaska, the first time that I flew back east, when we crossed over the Rockies, I was sitting there, and this is with a film camera, so you know how impressed I was. It wasn't just a cell phone taking 100 shots. I took probably 5 to 10 film shots out the window of the plane after we crossed over the Rockies because I had never seen so much flat in my life. I was born in the Pacific Northwest and grew up between Oregon and Alaska, so flat was impressive to me.
there's a lot of flat in the Midwest.
Yeah.
It is. There is. I've seen a couple of hills here. Occasionally I hear that there's mountains here, but I haven't seen one yet. Both Andrea and I miss mountains because, you know, I'm from Alaska, basically, and she is from Austria. Both places have mountains. Oh, and I was talking to Eric. I don't remember if it was on voice chat, Discord chat, private chat. I figured out why he almost lives at the pumpkin farm. They have season tickets.
To the pumpkin farm.
Yes.
You know, that fits.
Yeah. Well, they have little kids.
Right.
I didn't know he had 5 kids until the interview.
There it is.
Come to Tennessee. We have mountains. Actually, West Virginia has some pretty good mountains too.
Oh, the Appalachians are a good mountain range.
There was an area when I was going to get my son from North Carolina, and the GPS quit. I was like, really?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is dark territory.
Yep, I've had that happen.
Eric said, Papa's Pumpkin Patch. And he said, hey, Don. Donnie should get on here, too. Oops. Depends on if he's killed enough of his grass yet or not, though. This is going to need a lot of sanding.
They always do. Like I said, they weren't built for fit. They were built to get out fast.
Yep.
The kids like us who had to spend our allowance money on a Starship.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. I guess I was the weird kid because I didn't get the Enterprise. I got the UFO mystery ship, or nowadays known as the Leif Erikson.
Yeah, that one.
I like that. Todd's sitting there painting his hand.
I am. I would normally put on rubber gloves for this, but I don't really care that much today.
Well, I was going to say, there's this neat new invention.
The gloves?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever wear gloves when I spray paint. It'll wash off.
Yeah. Well, that's true. We've had this discussion before. Todd only uses acrylics when he's doing the airbrushing in the house.
Yep. Like if I had a garage or something like that, I would, maybe play with enamels and things like that. Something I can vent, but
yeah,
I have that, and I still don't use many enamels. I just don't like them.
Well, the thing that I keep realizing, it's not the enamels or the rattle can that's so bad. So when I use that stupid airbrush cleaner from, I don't even remember what brand it is. I think it's Vallejo. I cough for a couple of hours after that, and I'm like, a smart man.
I use Vallejo airbrush cleaner, and it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, a smart man would get a paint mask.
Actually, once I've got some left, I'm done. BUBBMAN has a good deal to make your own, and I've got all the stuff for it. I just need to do it.
I may have to look that up.
Yeah, I mean it's it's kind of there's like only one kind of weird ingredient he uses in there. Otherwise, everything else is kind of common.
Everclear's not that odd.
Painted my fingers. What's Eric asking? Who's he asking that? Do you thin your acrylics with water? If so, do you do it 1-to-1? No. I thin my acrylics. Vallejo, I thin with this, which is basically water. Oh my god.
Oh, my Vallejo. I had when I first started airbrushing, somebody sent me a deal. They sent me a deal for making that. So you take there's a airbrush thinner, and then you add that with a little bit of the airbrush cleaner, and that does a good job. for Vallejo.
I'm not sure what Eric's trying to say there.
My guess is this is probably just water with some lubricating oil or something in it. Vallejos are great with water. I clean up with water. I shoot with water. I thin with this stuff, but you can use water. Do not put alcohol in Vallejo. Oh my God! Don't do that.
You actually got it to focus for a second there, and then you moved it.
Tamiya, I use alcohol. These I thin with alcohol, which works great. But if you put alcohol in Vallejo, it clumps. So don't do that. Because this, I think, uses an alcohol-based binder, and Vallejo actually uses water. Because you'll notice, like you look, like see, here's a paint, right? Nice. There's, I'm gonna go down here because it's just, hey, it's just a bottle.
Okay.
It's just a bottle of Model Air. However, if you get Vallejo paint, you'll notice there is a fire symbol on it because they use an alcohol binder. Flammable symbol, and you won't see that on a Vallejo because they don't use alcohol. So don't mix these with alcohol. It clumps the paint and then it gums up your gun and it just sucks. So now it's nice because I only use alcohol when I'm done, and I clean out the gun. That rhymed.
I remember that one time that you used alcohol, or when you cleaned the gun. Oops. Sorry about that, Todd. I didn't mean to remove you from the stream.
Did you kick me out?
I accidentally did, but I brought you back. But I remember that one time when you cleaned the gun and you pulled the clumps caused by the alcohol.
Yeah, don't do that.
Joshua said, Donnie adds distilled water to that, and if you want it really strong, use some kind of cutter. Something that Donnie said, I've used it ever since he mentioned it and said that he uses it, is the flow improver.
Yeah, I use that just about every time, especially more so in the summer than in the winter. But yeah, I'll use it all quite a bit. Put it away.
I'm sitting here looking for stuff that I know is here, but I can't find it.
Okay, well, there we go. That's the arm in the gun.
Very cool. Love the gun.
Need to do a little touch up on the skin stuff, but I'll do that at the end.
No, the gun looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But I got to touch up. I got to paint his finger in the trigger, and there's a little silver on the end here, but that's just little touch ups. That handle looks brown. I like that. Okay. Okie dokie. And then when I got full screen, this is his head. I got to finish that.
Very cool.
I'll probably do like kind of a blackish wash on that to bring out some deals. But Okay. So I think I'm going to call it a day here. I got some things to do. So how do I if I click end broadcast, does that kill everybody?
Yeah, pretty
do
much.
that. Just click leave studio at the bottom.
Okay. You guys have a good one. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
I was going to say, is it not going to let him? Is it not going to let him leave because he's full screen?
I'm glad he stopped by.
Oh, I am too.
Yeah.
So I was just looking at these, and it's kind of funny because every other one of these I've been able to put the number towards the outside, except the 11. It's been the number's been to the outside and upside right. The 11 is upside down.
Are you back on the?
Yeah, back and forth.
You're going back and forth between both models.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's the thing. White glue takes a few minutes to dry.
Yes. All right. Alcohol time.
Really? It's only 2 here. It means there's 1 there.
Stop.
No. Now what? Yeah, see, Todd?
Mm-hmm.
This one goes in there like this.
Okay.
But the one right next to it goes in there over here like that.
Okay.
The 11 is upside down and backwards.
Oh, well. What are you
It's just
do?
throw the whole kit away. No,
That's right.
No, not that. Not that. It would burn. Although I do have to say it is getting better fit wise with the side. Now what did I do with it? Oh, there it is. I swear, my head was detachable. I would lose it. When it comes time to even out the sides of this thing, I will have to be very gentle. Because you've seen my big fork and sander, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to use to level off the sides. So I have to be very gentle that I don't rip the sides off.
Wash my hands real quick.
You're lucky you said that when you did, because I was about to go, dude, you should go to the bathroom to do that.
That's what I like about acrylics is it just rubs off. So get some water and rub it off.
So Gordon said, well, that's a few more Aztec decals on time to leave it, or on time to leave it for a bit now.
He's got to be talking about you, right?
No, I think he's doing Aztec decals because I haven't done decal 1 today.
Hmm.
Although I do, depends on if anybody shows next Sunday for for a Sunday stream. I have a feeling because I got an email saying that the Route Master cab may have started moving again finally.
It's not stuck in Chicago anymore?
No, for some reason it sits there for anytime something comes through Chicago from the UK, it sits there for a week. But if it does make it this week, I may just do next Sunday as a Route Master stream.
Take Monday off?
No. I have a 4-day weekend next weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, it's... Okay, I'm not going to be PC. I'm going to say it. It's Columbus Day.
What's wrong with saying that?
It's Indigenous Peoples Day now.
What? No. Really?
Yes. Yes. Where have you been?
I guess I'm not woke, Buck.
Neither am I. I just hear that crap all the time. And the tough part is when people say things like that and all that, and I'm like, when your daughter says you're a racist because you don't jump on board with the bandwagon these days. I've been called a racist by my daughter. Isn't that great?
No. Not great.
I'm being sarcastic.
It's actually clear in there.
So Gordon said, USS Excelsior decals only downside is lost the placement decal placement guide for the round 2 decals. Do a Google search. Do a Google search. You may be able to just find it online. Donnie says his daughter feels the same way. Don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. Not at all. I have the benefit of being old enough to be set in my ways.
Well, I guess, I don't know. I just wonder why, after 200 some years, why now? And is it making us a better society?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm all for advancement and, better as a human world, right?
Yeah. But I have a problem when somebody gets persecuted because of things they said in the 60s. Because of language that they used in the 60s. Paula Deen, anyone? Yeah, those the decal placement guides should be on their website. Beautiful. Or pitiful, I'm not sure which.
All right. I think I'm going to hand brush
Oh.
those. Oh, you know what? I got more airbrushing to do.
But you just washed your hands.
Wait, I know I didn't get the forward well deck wall yet, right?
Nice. Beautiful. This is going to be perfect.
Ah, so we do get the forward well deck.
Donuts?
That's in 12. So that's going to need paint too.
It's beginning to sound like that. It's beginning to sound like that kit should have been in the military. If it moves, salute it. If it don't, paint it. It's wrong.
Well, they're for bulk. That's 25. You know, but you know what else I need to paint? Oh, killing me with all this stuff. Oh,
Don't let them kill you, Todd.
well, it's me not paying attention to what it is. Looks like I have this stuff all planned out. No, it's just your imagination.
Never playing. Just
So on the
do.
top, this is the top of the forward superstructure, and I want to paint these fiddly grates. And I think that gray is not going to be deep enough, so I might have to find a. Probably I'll just use black, just matte black. Maybe I can use rubber black. The fiddly grates, these grates right here, I want them to be a different color.
Do you have any
So I'll mask these off.
panel wash?
No, I don't. That's not going to be enough. I want the grates themselves to be different colors. So I'll mask this off,
Yeah.
and I'll come back and just paint those with a like a rubber black or anthracite or something like that. I have this dark anthracite gray that's quite a bit darker. No, it's not. I'll probably just shoot with black.
Well, that's awesome. My wife shopped enough at Sam's Club that we had more Sam's Club cash.
Isn't Sam's Club? Isn't that their hot dogs? You know, like at the front, the little restaurant they have at the front. Don't they use Nathan's? They use Nathan's, right?
Actually, I don't know. I never stop. I don't think my wife does either, but I never stop on the way out to even pay attention to that restaurant. Oh, that is so awesome. I'm looking outside in our yard.
Yeah.
One of the baby squirrels is out there.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. Most of the squirrels are, normal, good sized squirrel, nose to tail about yay long, give or take. The baby squirrels are so cute because they're about this big. It's funny because the posts that hold up the fence, the adult squirrels have to run across the top. The baby squirrel runs inside the fence.
All right. Do I keep going? How much more you got?
I don't know. I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay on.
I was going to say, how much you got in you?
It's not so much how much I got in me, it's how long till Andrea wants to go take care of some stuff.
Gotcha.
Because I will probably get back on this later on this afternoon. I'm actually getting some good progress done, and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing about building this Titanic is it's all prep work.
Yeah.
The build itself takes like 14 seconds. So, but what else? Let's see. I can mask off the fiddlies. I still have to clear coat all these parts. But I'm done with this. I need that. I need to paint the funnel. I'm going to do some assembly on this funnel first.
I think that's just what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these last two pieces in there, clamp everything down, get them glued, clamp everything down, and then call it good. So let's call it another half hour or so.
That sits so recessed down in there that I think I'm just going to paint that too. I don't know. What do you think? Let's see if I can get the camera to focus on this. So at the base of the funnel, this part here, there's a raised lip. I don't know if this is going to work. Let me get the other one. Hang on. Let me switch this camera. On the raised funnel, or on the funnel,
Yes.
there's this raised lip here at the base, right?
Uh-huh.
Now that part, this funnel piece sits over top of it and lines right up to that. So it sits and does that, right? So I'm going to repaint this because I don't like this color. But I'm going to repaint this. And I don't know if I should paint it and just bother masking off this bottom lip. Because once this goes into the ship, that black line sinks down inside of there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is I think that should sink down inside there.
And
So
so
you're
you would only barely be able to see the black edge of the plastic once this metal is on here. Because that's going to suck up against it. And I kind of like that little black line. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say, is if you're going to paint...
Stupid camera.
If you're going to paint the metal, it's focused. Don't move. Don't breathe.
Yeah, right? So it's going to basically look like that. And I kind of like that little black ring. So
Yeah.
I'll have to separate those.
So you're going to repaint the metal?
Yeah.
Are you going to repaint it when it's on that black piece, or are you going to repaint it after?
Well, what I want to do is there's tiny little screws that hold this in place, right? So you do one side, you wrap it around and bring this up to it and seal the other side. But I want to paint the top of those screws the same color so they kind of disappear. So I'd have to mask this off if I didn't want to catch that, which isn't the end of the world, but...
Well, either mask it or scrape it.
Yeah, I'd probably tape it better.
Do those metal pieces come pre-bent?
Yeah, so it came like this. It actually came on this thing, just like this, out of the box.
That's cool because...
It's got the little rivet details in it.
Yeah. Well, it's cool because that they came like that, because when they formed that piece, it was probably a sheet, and then they painted it.
Sure.
Well, and then they painted it after they annealed it and curved it. I don't know if you've ever dealt with photo etch when you're trying to bend it.
No, but I watch Midwest Hobby Shop, and I watch Model Shop, and I watch him anneal stuff all the time. His photo etch.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Well, it's like my Jupiter. That's those the parts that make up the boiler. They're steel. Those were kind of fun to get to bend, because I don't remember if it was this one or not, but I had something like this that I was using to heat the steel, and I literally had it red hot. Got it red hot, then I let it cool enough to where I could actually touch it, and then I bent it. And it was still a royal pain in the butt.
Yeah. Well, you only have to change the color, right? You don't have to get it red hot, right? You're just trying to change the composition of the brass.
No, steel. That's the problem. Brass is easy. Brass is easy. It's sheet steel that's hard. This is where it gets a little bit more difficult, because the spars here have a spot for a floor to sit on too. Okay, yeah, that spar can stick out. I was thinking about that, because there's going to be a wall here and a door. Underneath, all the spars stick out where you can see them. So putting the planking on them was a royal pain in my butt.
I'm gonna do this first.
I wouldn't.
Take this off. You shush.
No. You should know by now. I will just throw a comment because my wife.
We don't have Donnie, and we don't have Eric.
Gilly. No, my wife gets used to it because we'll be watching a movie and somebody will say something, and I will throw in an extra comment, and she'll just sit there and laugh. Unless it's like, I don't know, Top Gun or something like that, where I'm like, that's not how that works. Never watch an airplane movie with anybody who knows anything about airplanes. They'll tell you what's wrong with it.
Mm-hmm. What was that movie with Denzel Washington where he took the plane, he flew it upside down, and that was so hard to watch.
A recent one?
No, the one where he was like drunk or something, and he saved all those people because he flew the plane upside down. And
I think that was Pilot.
Oh, that whole movie
or something like that.
It was so awful.
Let me see. Oh, Tyson's outside. Speaking of Denzel Washington, you know what I've noticed about him lately?
Snakes on a plane. No, it is not snakes on a plane. I never saw that movie, but I heard it was so bad.
The greatest line in that movie was when Samuel L. Jackson goes, I am motherfucking tired of those motherfucking snakes on the plane. I was close. It wasn't Pilot, it was Flight.
Ugh.
I'll tell you a movie airplane movie that I thought was really awesome. Tom Hanks did a really good job.
Oh yeah, that one? Sully?
Sully, yes, that was awesome. And knowing, having been an aircraft mechanic, I sit there, I go back and forth as to how difficult that landing was. Because the thing that it is that since it's a heavy, getting it to land just right and not break up was the hardest part.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, Todd, there went the PG rating.
Yeah. There it goes.
Yep. Well, sometimes I'll get it out of the way early on my streams because I know it's going to happen. Come on, you were just perfect a few minutes ago. That's close enough, though. Oh, that's what those are. I'm thinking a floor goes down on here, but it doesn't. There are cross beams that go in here. I should have watched more of Boiler Dan's stuff before I started the Pearl. Of course, he didn't do his Pearl until I was well on the way on mine. Because then I would realize there's a lot of stuff that I did in the wrong order.
Did you say Boiler Dan?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That is a YouTuber's name.
Mm-hmm.
And he did the Black Pearl. I forget which version, but he did a ZHL Black Pearl, same company as this one. Did a lot of learning on that one. And just a couple months ago, might have been 6 months ago, started building this one. He does a lot of wooden ships and is very good at it. Actually, let's put that one there. By the way, if we get you building plastic models or wooden models a lot,
Mm-hmm.
there is something that I don't know how much you have of now, but you're going to end up with a ton of clamps.
You mean this huge bag of clamps I have?
I'm thinking more along the lines of this.
Oh my God. Wow. All right. Here's my tape work on the fiddlies.
Oh, and by the way, for wooden planking, if you, depending on how the ship is built, a really awesome clamp that you make yourself is using binder clips.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Give me a second. Let me clamp this, get this the rest of the way clamped, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Get that up too. Wow. Found an alligator clip. So, model companies like Model Expo will sell you clamps that you can build. Where the heck's my mouse? There it is. Like this.
Oh, okay.
You know what it is the spar. You clamp it on here. The brass rod will hold the planking above and below. But never use these. They're kind of neat. This is so much better. Binder clip, because you put the binder clip on the spar, and then you let the a piece from another binder clip hold the planking. So much cheaper. Hey, Eric just woke up. And Gordon agrees with me. You can never have too many clamps. You can never have enough. You know what Eric needs to do a video of soon?
What's that?
Any progress he's done on his gas station diorama. Have you ever seen any of that?
Uh-uh.
He's doing a gas station diorama, and he's worked. What was it? It was the Greece. The car from Greece is what he started with, but he's building a diorama on top of Thumper's cage. It's going to be a gas. It's going to be a gas station. It's going to have cars inside. It's going to have
yeah, I thought something he was working on that was just a piece of it.
Yeah. And I think, unfortunately, at this point, I think he's kind of let it go because it was on his old channel. And I hate to see him do that.
Oh, because did he lose it when he lost the channel?
Yeah.
I gotcha.
I hate to see when he does things like that, when he stops on things like that, because he does such good work. So let us see what you're doing. That's the problem, Todd. You're not on the top camera. You're on the side camera. Okay.
No, I know. All I do is I just add the bulk tape just to block off. So I use the Tamiya tape, just like a 12 millimeter, 10 millimeter Tamiya tape, just to block off the edges, and then I bulk tape it with just 3M painters.
Yeah. By the way,
I'm just going to paint this with a good old fashioned black. So
when you're out of the Tamiya tape, try this stuff. Oh wait, I should put on the camera, huh? You should try this stuff. Whoops, I removed myself.
way to go.
But yeah, if you try this tape stuff, because it's a lot cheaper than the Tamiya tape.
What is that? Just vinyl tape? Like hobby vinyl tape?
It's what it says is Kamoa paper washi adhesive tape. It's not going to focus, but it's on Amazon, and that box with like 20 rolls was, I think, $13. And it is very similar to the Tamiya tape.
So I'm going to try this straight out of the bottle.
Uh-huh.
It's supposed to be, this is model air. It's supposed to be pre-thin and ready to come out of the bottle. So we're going to give it a shot. And we're going to see how much air it actually takes to spray, because it looks really thick.
Another tool that I have that not a lot of people use, I don't think. This right here. It's actually from my wife's stained glass. I use it to push down to set the tape in place.
Yeah.
I did the exact same thing yesterday with an X-Acto blade.
You know what else I need to do? Now that I think about it, damn it. I got to spray the inside of this, because this thing leaks light like crazy. When all the LEDs go inside of it, it glows through the walls, and I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So this whole inside is going to get black. You know what I mean? Like.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah, I was going to say, if you have a lot of time, this works too.
Yeah, I thought about doing that. Aluminum tape. And I have a ton of it.
There's two reasons why you don't use the aluminum tape unless you have to. The first one was what I mentioned, a lot of time. The other is that it takes your white lights and turns them bluish. Damn it. I was using the scalpel to cut the dish off, hoping not to ding the dish with the snips.
Mm-hmm.
The scalpel dinged the dish. Do you want to build a snowman? That's what's playing in the background right now.
I can hear it.
What's really entertaining is when that goes off during a meeting.
I bet.
Fortunately, I very rarely have a speaking part during a meeting. Eric, it's about time you showed up.
Yeah.
You all right, man?
Yeah. Figured I'd pop on. I got some time. It's been like crazy busy today.
Well, you've been doing that thing about, having a life here recently.
Yeah. Kids are busy.
Yep. But
So you're doing a pink Enterprise, but yet you painted it teal, I guess.
I didn't pay nothing.
That's just is that the gray plastic?
Yeah, that's the kit color.
Wow, when you showed wow, that's something, because when you showed the saucer earlier, I was like, holy buckets, he actually painted that like whatever, like teal or whatever it looked like. Yeah. See, that looks like you painted it. Doesn't look great.
No. Hang on. Echo, turn on patio. Ooh, there we go.
Okay, well it looked gray.
Let's have some strobing there.
Strobing gray.
Echo, turn off patio. Echo, turn off patio. But yeah. Well, it's just like on Friday when I had the other camera on. How these decks were like redwood.
Oh.
Haven't changed the color.
And look at Todd getting down with his bad self with the airbrush, huh?
Yeah. That's why Todd's looking at, almost ready to call it quits, because he's got like 6 hours to clean that thing next. Let's see. I just heard a car alarm.
Oh, the cleaning can't be that bad. you said he was using acrylic, so
No, it's not that bad.
yeah. The family went out for ice cream, so they were like, "You coming?" And I was like, "No, I can't really do certain sweets anymore."
Certain sweets?
Huh? Yeah. Hey, Gordon. What was it? Was it Thursday or Friday? I don't know. Now I can't remember. I got the call back. No, it was before that. Yeah, I got the call back, and I am
Oh, okay.
diabetic now. So
Yeah.
and high risk for heart attack. So that's just like lovely. So I get more medication thrown at me.
That's what you meant. I thought you were saying like certain things would make you sick to your stomach.
No.
So, just out of curiosity, how diabetic are you? I mean, like, what was the blood level they were talking about?
Well, you're supposed to be full blown diabetic is from their scale 6.5 on their scale.
Oh, the A1C. Okay.
Right. And I'm over 6'4", was it? And I've been that way, and of course, the fish oil wasn't working. Taking that, so for the other issue. So now they got me on. He says, well, let's try metformin or something like that.
Metformin. It is the standard diabetic medication.
Yeah. So he says, let's try this, and if it has effect, great. If it doesn't, you might have to go, to the injection thing there. But
okay,
it is what it is.
Eric, 6.4 is not bad. Not at all.
Well, I didn't think so, but it wasn't something that came out of the blue. He says I'm predisposed to it because my father and my father's father, my grandfather, all had it. So,
well, when they diagnosed me because of my glucose, which they didn't even pay attention to, they saw high cholesterol and they stopped there. I said, "What about my glucose? That looks really high." When they did my first A1C back in March, 6.4 was awesome. I think I hit 6.4, 6.5, which is awesome compared to the 13 I started with.
Yeah, it's insane. And I only eat once a day.
Well, okay, Eric, let me tell you something right now. Stop doing that.
Can't help it. I don't do it on purpose. I get up in the morning, I have my coffee, my stomach is just not, it's never been like, oh man, let's have a bowl of cereal or toast or something. No, it's just not hungry. And the afternoon goes by, same thing. I usually kind of eat like now or towards the evening, and then I'm good.
Well, what you need to do, like I said, stop doing that. You need to eat more often than what you are. You don't have to eat a big meal, but your body, whether you feel like it or not, your body needs to replenish itself a lot more often than that. It doesn't have to be a big meal, like a slice of toast with, with butter on it, something like that.
Just start eating wet grass. I get my water and nutrients. There we go.
Hey, you can do that. But, people like me are then going to say, dude, I'm sorry, but I'm going to eat the cow's food. And I'm going to eat the cow. You need to stop eating its food.
Right? Hey, Todd, did you do the 2 white covers from earlier in the stream that that Buck forgot to tell you about?
Yes, the cargo covers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're painted. They're around here somewhere.
Wait a minute. I didn't forget nothing. That was your job, Eric.
I don't know where they ran off to. Where'd they run off to? They were here. Well, I lost them already.
Do you own a cat?
Here somewhere.
Do you have a cat?
No.
Lucky you might see them again then. If you had a cat, you may never see them again. Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
Well, no locator things at all. Just kind of located on the front there. Hope it doesn't do that while you put the glue on.
Todd, what are you doing? Are you like light blocking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Todd was going along, painting stuff, saying, yeah, this looks good. Oh, shit, light.
Now, if you built it as is the light bleed that bad?
Yeah, I think it is, but that's.
Oh, okay. Because I haven't seen like a full complete, build of it. So
that's because they're still releasing it, Eric. Nobody has all the parts yet.
Oh, yeah, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought it was like you could do the whole thing by now.
By the way, Todd, this is the guy that showed the chart from Agora showing how far behind they are in all the models.
Yeah, it's also the guy with no memory.
Yeah, there is that.
There. There's my buddy.
Hey.
What the hell?
That was exactly the same thing the dog said.
Yeah, Ginger. Do it again. Her head's like twisting off her neck now, trying to figure out what the hell that is.
And Todd,
yeah,
what that is when my grandfather taught me how to do this years ago. When you purse your lips together really hard, instead of whistling, you put your lips together as hard as you can, and you blow air through them. It'll squeak. Hey, look! Listen, Eric. Todd's peeing again.
Wow. Couldn't hold it.
Or washing my hands. You choose. Whatever makes you feel better. Is that what it sounds like? Because I never thought about that.
It does.
It actually does. It does. I see you disappear, and then all of a sudden we hear trickling water, and we're like, "Oh, wow!"
I mean, I get this, but what about this?
That doesn't sound like it.
You must have drank a lot,
right? All right, so that's done.
I guarantee this thing is going to sag like nobody's business.
If you're talking about the nacelle, it actually doesn't sag. Not mine didn't.
Then you did something different than what Donnie did, because Donnie was talking about how bad his was sagging.
Really? Wow.
Maybe it's an age thing.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I'm too young for saggy things.
Not for long.
47 is young.
Oh, by the way, Eric, were you on earlier when I played with Q5?
Yes, I was watching him die. Now I guess I don't know what direction he was really facing, but when he fell over, it looked like he fell backwards. And when Todd died, when Todd's R2 died, it fell forwards. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
He ended up on his back, kicking and screaming.
Yeah. It was either a very loud temper tantrum, or he was like going through the death throes of dying.
Oh no, he was kicking and screaming. But I tell you what, that is hilarious. I'm not sure which one is funnier, R2 or him.
I like them both. They're fantastic.
I do.
And can they die at the same time? That would be kind of funny.
I'm going to try and work that out. The only problem is I'm going to be controlling them with the same phone. Now, if I had two phones, that would be easy.
Get your wife's phone. Borrow it for an experiment.
Or get my old phone that got fat. Always get worried when your phone gets fat.
I had an old iPhone do that.
Yeah, well, I have the different model, same company. A highway phone that got suddenly fat one day. It was after I had replaced it and it got fat, and I'm like, okay, you are no longer a webcam. For some reason, when a battery swells, I just don't want to be in the local area anymore.
You know, I kind of like this effect. Gotta admit, a happy accident is what happened here.
All right. What effect are we talking about?
Well, when I was spraying this, obviously some overspray got on the outside of the superstructure, right?
Yep.
And however, I'm cleaning it up, and it adds, and I don't know if I'm able to show this. Let me go back to this camera. It's almost like it added shadowing in there. Let me see if I can get this to focus. Get in there. So it's almost like adding like a wash. Come on.
Okay, so it's like free weathering.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See how it added detail inside all the cracks and inside the windows and around the door, and I kind of like it. All I did was just wipe it off with an alcohol swab. See all the overspray on this side.
Right. Do you have that panel line wash?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm getting off the bulk of it, but it's like washing an old boat. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can get into here where I'm doing it. Come on, where is it? There it is. You know, so I'm just washing it off with a Q-tip that's dipped in alcohol, just a damn alcohol. So I'm wiping out the most of it, right? But it stays up there in the crack. I kind of like that.
All right. Well, can you replicate that through the rest of it?
Easy.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So I have to ask Todd, How is wiping stuff off of the Titanic like washing an old boat?
Like I'm washing an old boat.
Yeah, that's what I was like, okay.
I like it.
No, that actually worked out pretty decent.
Where is I can't even remember his name when we need him. Happy little accident.
Bob Ross?
Yeah. Okay, AMT, you have redeemed yourself a little bit with these nacelle caps.
The 50th anniversary really isn't all that bad.
It's not, except for there's. I like to complain about this a lot, locator pins. But they redeem themselves a little bit where it looked like you're just going to have to put this on here, like, lay it on there and hope. But with the grill underneath here, I'm not even sure what that part is called. That's actually going to be nice. Not too bad to do.
Yeah. Are you just, is this just a straight up build? Any lighting involved?
Straight up build and paint it pink. I mean, here's the funny thing though, Eric. I was talking about this earlier. I'm not sure if you were around when I said this. I came to the realization earlier in the stream today that I've never built an Enterprise before.
What? Really?
Yeah.
He started a few, didn't you? You just haven't finished it.
Yeah.
Oh,
didn't you start this? What was it called? This Enterprise D, something like that.
I don't know what you're talking about with that one. I'm talking TOS Enterprise because I have completed the NX-01. The NX-01 is actually a fabulous build. Fabulous.
How's the Voyager coming?
It's safe and sound in a box. It is. Let's put it this way: mine is still in the house.
Oh, mine went to the Delta Quadrant.
Never to return again.
Never to be heard from again.
Well, and it's kind of funny because the NX-01, I think, was it my second or third model lighting? I think it was my second. And I got the spinning Bassards from, not Cult TV Man, what's the other one? Monsters in Motion. But I looked at their lighting kit and it's supposed to be a lighting kit for the whole ship. I'm like, not enough. I put LEDs into it, LED strip and everything else. And when I painted it, I painted it with a rattle can and I looked at it and I'm like, oh shit. Orange, I got orange peel. I mean, massively bad orange peel.
Oof. Oofed up.
Well, and then I looked at it and I'm like, I like it. It gives the kit some character.
Wow.
And then the A Creations decals for it, the wallpaper decals.
Yeah.
That took about a month. And I had I think it was one or two decals that folded up on me that I couldn't do anything with. So I took that decal on the matching decal on the other side and just shit canned it. The only problem that model has, the lights all still work and everything. The only problem it has is the stand broke loose inside of it. So instead of sitting straight up, it can set an angle. But
Gives it character.
yeah, well, what I have to figure out is how to put a hole through the top, fish the power wires out through the top, because it's going to be one that's hanging. And then I have a second NX01 350 scale. This one's the one I got was the repop from Polar Lights. The other one I have is one of the original ones with the 3 holes in the bottom for the stand.
Yeah.
Kind of like these. But no, I'll fill those 3 holes up when I build it, and it will not be the NX01 from the TV show. It will be from the 4th season that was never aired.
Makes sense.
You know,
Part 2.
it's the one where they well, you can get it as a 1/1000th scale where it's got the secondary hull.
Yes.
A guy, I don't even know the guy's actual name, but his website and his business name was Lone Wolf Productions. I don't know how close I was to the last person to get one, but I have a 350 scale resin casting for the NX01 secondary hull.
Oh wow! I was just gonna ask if there's a 350 version of it.
There isn't anymore because the guy passed away in like 2014.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was like, I heard that and I'm like, I am so glad I got this thing. And I want to say it was pricey. It was over $200. So Todd, you look like you're about done.
No. But
No.
I can be.
That's what I was thinking, because we've got some things to, got some running around to do. Andrea said no rush, but I know she'd appreciate it if we did it sooner rather than later.
Well, should I take off the masking now that I've taken some pictures with how the fiddlies look, at least?
Sure. Let me see. Add a solo layout not removed from stream.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Delete Todd. That's...
Hey, I only did it twice, and I put you right back.
Stream right here.
Oh, the orange button?
There we go. It's black fiddlies.
Oh, that's nice. That is really nice.
So I do it on the here. I could probably get it focused on the close up.
Yeah.
Wait for it. It's thinking. What? It can see one little thing. Here, focus on my hand. I know you want to. There it goes.
That's really nice.
And then all of the outside now has a cool kind of liner paint because all this kind of oversprayed. And I
Yeah.
just went through and wiped it all down, but it really pulled all the edges out, which kind of like. It's not so just perfect,
Right.
I don't remember. Does the kit have lit up funnels?
Yes, which is not accurate, but yeah, there's a LED hole here and here, opposite corners, that uplight the funnels, but that's not technically accurate because the real one didn't have it. But
Yeah,
I'll leave it in just so. So
To be
I tested
honest-
all this just painted the black and just blacked the hell out of this whole thing inside.
Yeah.
And then there's here. So this is the wood. That's why I don't care about the overspray on top. So this is the deck. So it looks like that.
Well, see, I like the way, I have to work on my Enterprise some more, or my Titanic some more. Magic Scale Modeling did lights, but they're like 0402 SMDs in little housings.
Mhm.
And there's 4 of them per stack. And
Yeah, I don't know.
well, even though it's not canon, I will tell you, I think most people like their smokestacks.
Yeah, like I love how my Lego Titanic is all lit. The smokestacks, the funnels are lit. I love it. So
Yeah. Well, my 350 scale. This is this was the first kit that I lit. First kit I'd done in 20 some years. And it was funny because I wanted to light the smokestacks, and the way I figured out to do it was, I had read about Raytheon, but I was like, okay, maybe. I actually put a yellow LED inside of each smokestack, painted the funnels yellow, and it came out perfect because they're lit from within, but you can't tell. Eric looks like he's zoned out.
Yeah, a bit.
I take it we're on TV, Eric?
No, I'm actually playing No Man's Sky while I'm listening.
Okay. So I'm going to leave those clamps there. The Enterprise saucer crashed upside down on the Black Pearl. That's a nice watch, Todd.
I was just going to mention that. That looks like a nice watch.
this is all I buy anymore. Citizen Echo drives.
It's
Because
a what?
solar powered. Citizen Echo drive, so it's solar powered. So the whole face is a big solar panel, and so you never have to put a battery or anything.
Yeah, till the sun goes dark. Then what you going to do? Huh? Yeah, exactly. You'll be
Artificial light charges it too. So
I don't know. I don't think Eric wears a watch.
No, I used to.
yeah, if the second hand is moving, it's charging.
Yeah.
Even though the date's wrong and I haven't fixed it.
Well, see, here's the funny thing. Eric is retired. I'm retired. Both of us from the military. We don't wear watches. We don't care what time it is anymore.
Not anymore. Not anymore. So, Todd, you're going to try out Snow Runner?
I don't know. Maybe.
Not really something you're into, huh?
Well, it was funny yesterday because I streamed to the Discord for like 4 hours, SnowRunner, so anybody could get an idea of what it was. And nobody looked.
I didn't even know you were doing that.
I didn't know you were in there.
You should be able to see it down in the lower right left-hand corner.
Yeah, but that's assuming that I actually looked that far down on the list.
Well, exactly. Because once we start looking at Todd's watch, we just stop there.
Yeah, there is that. So next time I will post in general chat that I'm going to stream.
There you should have done that originally, but nobody's.
Wait. Eric, I seem to remember, if I think back, the way that you and I started talking and, a lot more and everything else, somebody was playing a golf sim on Discord.
Who was that?
You!
Oh, me.
Yeah. And I would get in there and I'd make stupid comments.
Oh, hey, speaking of comments, Did you guys check out the interview?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Josh did a good job. I was just afraid I was like chomping his ear off. That's all.
Oh no, you did good.
And you said you don't have any nice tools. You're weird.
Yeah, I know.
Service you can get. He's like, well, I don't have any nice tools.
Well, he said, Todd, here's the thing. He said, like, I don't have any really good tools, any really good supplies. I just kind of grab everything. And I'm like, Walmart. I was nice. I thought about going, what about that damn soldering iron? The problem is Eric doesn't give himself credit for what he's got.
No, I think if I remember correctly, I was trying to refer to, I don't have like name brand stuff. Oh, that looks sweet.
Yeah, I still didn't get to paint the funnel, but I will paint the funnel. So.
Now
That's
that
the
thing
thing,
clamps in, right? That the funnel clamps somehow, right?
Yeah, it screws into it. It'll look more like that when it's done.
Yeah.
Dude, were you trying to say the fun hole?
Waka 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 waka.
The funnel.
The fun hole.
The fun hole.
The fun hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, there goes our rated R, our R rating.
Now, did they make? I might have asked this before, but the Titanic funnels, did they make it so that the first three smoke and the last one doesn't?
They did.
Oh wow, that's cool.
They did do that correctly.
Yeah. It's funny. I actually didn't learn about that until, I don't know, it wasn't all that long ago. I was like, well, no kidding. The third one was just there to match. God, it was Canard Line. It had one or something like that. It was another like shipping company.
It was just for aesthetics.
What's
they
that?
Thought it looked better. Just for aesthetics. They thought it looked better with 4 than it did with 3.
Right, but the reasoning
was it Canard had 3, and they said, "Well, we'll be better because we'll also have 4." Even though
one of them had 4. It wasn't it,
and because the Titanic would look weaker or perceived to look weaker because it was
due to the White Star Line was like so about like appearance,
Was it the Maritania?
I think you're close.
I don't think it was the Maritania because the Maritania was the steam turbine ship that they knew they were going to crush. Maybe, but I know you're probably right. It was probably Canard because that's what their main competitor was.
Right.
And they wanted this to be the most opulent ship, and go figure it was they'd add an extra stack just because it looks better.
Yep. More prestigious.
Well, and look where they are now. White Star is gone, and Canard is still around.
It's hard to come back when you stink on your maiden voyage.
There is that.
There is sort of a morbid fascination from society about certain material things attached to death, right? So, like, if the Titanic hadn't gone through what it did that night, we wouldn't be talking about it, right? It would just be like some old, deserted, abandoned ship at this point, or scrapped.
It might have been more likely. It would have been the Britannic or the shit. What was the other one?
The Lusitania was sunk
Olympic.
by torpedo, so that probably would have taken, like the news line more. But
Olympic, Titanic, Britannic.
Olympic.
the Britannic, which is I'm still tossing in the air of what if I want to make the 350 Titanic I have into the Britannic. Really, there's not a lot of difference except for the lifeboat davits. They actually improved the lifeboat davits to the electric on the Britannic, and the Titanic did not. They still had the rope and the block and tackle stuff there. So
That's assuming the electric still worked. You know what I mean? Like that's you're definitely relying on the electricity still being on.
correct. And the Britannic is sitting on the bottom right now. I mean, you could dive to it. It's actually in like really good shape. It's in good shape. Comparing it to like the Titanic type stuff. I mean, it sank because it hit an underwater mine, and she went down really fast. I don't know. The White Star Line. I wouldn't trust the White Star Line after that. Like your two main ships just got taken out.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm sitting here messing with this seam, and it's not doing anything for me.
No.
Melted.
Is that how you know you're done? I'm just cleaning an airbrush, so I'm ready to go anytime.
All righty,
so.
guys.
Yep, I'm going to call it. I'm going to throw some tape on here so that it kind of stays together. It's just, I've got a big spot here that is probably going to need about 43 pounds of putty on it. I hate putty, having to do that much putty.
If you just build it as is and then throw it into a crash diorama, nobody's going to know.
There is that. But it's got to be pink first.
I think there's only one person watching, and that's probably you, Buck. So
no, it's not me.
Oh,
nope.
Right.
It's probably Eric.
Probably Eric.
Well, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, join our Discord.
Don't end it till the screen goes black. That kind of thing.
Yeah. I can't control that stuff from my phone, so one of you guys is going to have to roll the end credits.
Join or subscribe to multiple channels. They should all be in the description. Even a few people who didn't show this time. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Like, subscribe. We'll see you. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll get the parts for the Route Master. Otherwise, I'll be doing Titanic again tomorrow, and we will stream again next Friday. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you guys later. Anybody want to say anything else?
Later, guys.
Bye.